So why do we work? It sounds like such a simple question, doesn't it? But our relationship with the whole idea of work, well, it's complicated. Let's dig into why something so fundamental to our lives can feel like such a chore, something we'd all rather just avoid.
It's a really strange disconnect when you think about it. We all know that you have to put in the effort to get anything done, right? But for so many of us, the very word work just sounds like a punishment. So how did we get to this place where reward feels like a birthright, totally separate from the hard stuff you have to do to actually earn it?
To figure that out, we actually have to go way back to a time before the idea of a job even existed. For most of human history, the way we thought about our daily efforts was completely different.
You see, before the modern world, there wasn't this separate thing you did called work. If you were a farmer, your life was just this constant loop of tasks. From the minute the sun came up, you're feeding animals, you're tending the fields, you're cooking, you're cleaning. You didn't clock in or clock out. It was simply life. And yeah, it was hard.
And then, everything changed. The Industrial Revolution came along, and it promised this brand new kind of economic freedom. People started hearing these rumors that you could ditch the farm, move to the big city, and get a job. But the reality they found there was a whole different story.
Yep. The system we have today was built on some pretty shaky ground. In the early 1800s, people flooded into cities for these new jobs. But what they found was just filth and total social breakdown. It took writers, guys like Charles Dickens, to expose just how awful it was. And by the late 19th century, people like Otto von Bismarck made the system official, the one we've all inherited. You work a ridiculously long day with this far-off promise of maybe, just maybe, getting to retire.
Now, Thomas Jefferson's words, they really capture that core belief in the power of hard work. But what happens when the entire nature of work gets turned on its head? Well, that foundational idea is being challenged right now by a shift in technology that's every bit as big as the Industrial Revolution was.
Today, we are right in the middle of another massive change. Things like the internet and artificial intelligence are completely rewriting the rules of our world. And it's forcing us to ask some really tough questions, like what is the point of work or even education in this brand new era?
And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi thing. We can already see AI getting ready to take over so many of the jobs that our whole education system was designed to fill. I mean, when machines can drive our buses and work as bank clerks, what exactly are we preparing our kids for?
What this means is that the goal of education can't just be about training for one specific job anymore. It just can't. The single most essential skill for the future is learning how to learn. It's about building that creative, intelligent way of thinking that lets you adapt to a world that's always changing.
And you know what? Here is the incredible opportunity in all of this. For people who can think creatively, the potential to innovate has never been greater. Those old barriers, your age, your background, where you came from, they're starting to matter less and less. It feels like almost anything is possible.
This really gets us to the ultimate goal, right? The point isn't to create a world where nobody has to put in any effort. It's about turning that effort into a passion. It's about finding that one thing that truly defines you.
So maybe the real question isn't how we can do less work. Maybe it's about how we can restore its meaning, its dignity. Because when you think about it the right way, work isn't the opposite of pleasure. It's a core part of what makes us who we are. The challenge for all of us is to redefine it for ourselves.